after a semester, God was just like, if you leave this, I have something that is beyond what you could ask or imagine. That
Mhm.
verse really came to light during Christmas vacation from school. And I talked to the Dean of Women in January, and I just asked her all these questions about, I feel like God's leading me out of school. What do you think? And she walked it through with me. And she called my parents. She was like, I think you can trust the God that is within your daughter. And she has a strong relationship with him, and he's leading her to something else. And so I left college without knowing where God wanted me, but within 2 weeks, I was on a ship in El Salvador working with Mercy ships, and it's kind of a lot has happened since then, but it was beyond what I could ever ask or imagine. Like, I remember I was going through the Panama Canal, with Mercy ships, and it's like a whole day that you have to go through the canal. It's not as small as what we Americans think,
Right.
and I was working on the deck crew then, and, you have to, like, steer the ship and stuff, and the captain comes on the bridge, and he is not always there, like, the 1st or the 3rd captain usually is there, but the captain came on the bridge, and he was like, "We're gonna change course." And there's this whole procedure that you have to learn. Like, he says the command, then you have to repeat it, and then after you've done it, you have to repeat it to him so he knows that you did it correctly. And so he's starting to telling me this change of course, and I get this giggle, like, in the belly of my stomach, and I controlled it, Aaron. I would behave. But in my mind, I was thinking, "How in the world, as a girl from Kansas, that is we don't have lakes barely
Yep,
where we're
yep,
at in Western Kansas,
yep.
like, how in the world am I steering the ship, getting orders from a captain, and there's 300 people sleeping on the ship?" Like, this is beyond what I could ask or imagine, and I
Yeah.
I love adventure, I love crazy stuff, and God gave that to me, and there's been other in my stuff that life that's been hard, and hopefully we'll get to some of that, but God has given me an amazing life because I've said yes to whatever crazy adventure he decides to ask me to do.
Yep, yep.